Today I fucked up by calling my girlfriend's music taste basic. December 4th was my 19M and my girlfriend's 21F first anniversary. I'd been looking forward to it for months because I'd saved up on a uni student budget to take her to a fancy restaurant. I wanted it to be a really special night for us. And at first, everything was going great. I went to the bathroom mid-meal, and when I got back, she was on her phone. No biggie. I asked what she was looking at, and she said Spotify Wrapped had just dropped. She was excited and showed me her top artist, which I thought was cute. I sat back, figuring she'd scroll for a minute or two. 5 minutes go by. Then she starts playing music, out loud, in a nice restaurant. People at nearby tables were not impressed, and honestly, I was a little embarrassed. I asked her if she could maybe wrap it up since it was getting loud, and she said she was picking the perfect song to post on Instagram that would fit her aesthetic. So, in an attempt to keep things light, I joked, Instagram can wait for another Taylor Swift post. And that was when everything blew up. She was furious and asked what I meant, and I, stupidly, said it was funny because her music taste wasn't exactly underground like she'd just claimed. I mean, her top artists were Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, and Harry Styles. I laughed a little, thinking it was harmless, and said there's nothing wrong with liking popular artists. She did not take it that way. She started arguing that the songs she likes are from lesser-known albums, so they count as underground. I told her it's cool to have a basic music taste because those artists are popular for a reason. Holy shit, that didn't help. The rest of the night was super tense. She wouldn't even let me drop her off at her flat afterward, which felt weird, but I didn't want to push it. When I got home, things went off the rails. I saw 8 missed calls and walls of texts from her. She called me a shitty boyfriend who didn't appreciate her, said I might as well date and sleep with someone else since I clearly thought she was just like every other girl, and accused me of not caring about her or understanding the deep meanings behind the lyrics of her favorite songs. I tried calling her back to apologize and explain that I didn't think any of those things and that she's one of the most unique, wonderful people I know. But she just yelled at me, so I gave up and hung up. Over the next few days, she kept messaging me, calling me horrible names and saying I disrespected her. Then she blocked me on everything. Now mutual friends are telling me she's been spreading a rumor that I'm verbally abusive and said she's replaceable. Honestly, I felt as if my comment wasn't that bad, but now I'm beginning to doubt myself. We've fought before, but never like this, and I'm starting to believe maybe it was abusive and that I shouldn't have said anything. Some of my friends have stopped talking to me, and I feel as if my life is falling apart. Today I fucked up by getting too drunk with my ex-best friend. The other night 19M, was hanging out with my best friend, 18M, and it was going great. The next morning he had something on, so he had to leave early, so he stopped drinking. And because I had nothing on till the next night, I decided to keep drinking, which we both agreed was chill. We shared the bed because it's a double and we were close friends, and he slept shirtless. This is for context. I have quite a high alcohol tolerance, so there is only 3 times I recall drinking so much. I blacked out. One of those times was that night. I awoke the next day and called my friend to see how he got on, and he told me that apparently last night I had spread moisturizer on his back the previous night. I had no clue that I had done this. I was trying to think back as to why, and I had no clue in the slightest. I tried to think of why I would do that sober, and the only 3 that I could think are that I was moisturizing and decided he looked dry, thought he looked dry without me already moisturizing, or his acne looked bad. I was embarrassed to all hell and felt so bad about it, and he obviously was hella uncomfortable by it. I apologized and we hung up. I called him a few minutes later to apologize again and then end the conversation on a nicer topic. It's a few days later and I tried to act like it didn't happen, but I've been so embarrassed and felt so horrible, so I had tried to message the same amount as normal. I woke up today to see I've been blocked, unfriended on all social media, and I believe my number has been too. And a few mutuals have also unfriended. I hate myself. Why did I do that? I have no clue what was going through my drunk head. All I know is it wasn't malicious or anything. It was probably me trying to be a good friend really badly. I've lost my best friend of 10 years. Today I fucked up by being in the bathroom for so long that the restaurant thought I had dined and dashed. I went to a Chinese buffet against my better judgment, ate my food. It predictably opened my bowels right up because the fat content couldn't really hold it and wait for the bill. So I grabbed my stuff because I didn't want it out in the open when I'd be in the bathroom a while. Apparently, the waitress only saw me load my stuff up and then just disappear when she looked back. I got done taking a long shit and came out to them talking to the police. They saw me. I talked to the cops. They got called for a dine and dash and showed up 'cause it's a slow day. Explained the situation to them. They asked why I had taken all my stuff with me. I told them it was because I knew it would be a while and didn't want anything stolen. It was lighthearted. The cops, waitress, and me had a laugh. I paid my bill and left. Today I fucked up by masturbating. Literally, just masturbating. This happened night before last. I wasn't feeling well all last week, so I hadn't had any sexy time with my SO or any me time. I'm up for a promotion at work and have been so stressed I thought I had an ulcer, having a heart attack. My significant other came to take care of me, and when he went to sleep, I decided it was finally time to relieve some stress. Everything is going smoothly. I have a fan on for noise, and it was dark in the room. As I'm hitting the grand finale, my vibe starts blinking bright as hell because it's dying, so I quick roll over to hide the light, and as I'm peeking, my fucking disc slips and I go from sexy moaning to loud sobs. But I'm coming and I can't stop, so I feel my back slipping more. Boyfriend thinks I've just had an emotional O and isn't registering that I'm stuck in place, LOL. Now I've missed 2 days of work. Today is the literal day I find out if I got the promotion. Had to have a doctor visit and 4 prescriptions. Edited to add, I got the call, the promotion is mine.
Today I fucked up by accidentally getting sexual with my dentist. Again. I can never go back to my new dentist after 2 visits because I'm an idiot. My dentist is a very nice and professional man. Our first appointment was going pretty smoothly until he made some innocuous remark about us being strangers. My immediate reply was, "Oh, you're not a stranger. You've been inside of my mouth for 20 minutes. I did not intend to make a sexual joke. His face turned red and he was clearly embarrassed, but he continued on like a true professional, and we were probably both relieved when the appointment was over. I had my second dentist appointment today. I actually mentally prepared myself to be a model patient who didn't say anything weird. Thank you very much. He had been working in my mouth for about 5 minutes when he started to seem really uncomfortable or something. His face was red and he was breathing a little heavier. I was a bit concerned and also confused. Like, how could I have embarrassed him this time? I had hardly spoken. So he keeps working in there, and then I realize what the hell is happening. My dentist was wearing grape-flavored gloves. I had been absent-mindedly licking his fingers the whole time, never going back. Today I fucked up by opening my apartment door with my boob out. For background, I work from home and my fiancé does not. As we are going on a trip, my fiancé gave his house key to our cat sitter, so I am the only one with a key to the apartment. My fiancé gets home around the same time every day and calls me as he is finishing up work to see if I need him to grab any groceries, etc. So I can usually gauge how far his is away within a few minutes. Cut to this afternoon. In typical telework fashion, I am wearing an XXL comfy V-neck shirt without a bra and bike shorts. My fiancé calls me and lets me know he is on his way home. 5 minutes later, I hear a knock on the apartment door, so I decide I'd be goofy and surprise him by answering the door with my bare tit out. Without thinking twice, I pulled my V-neck to the side so that my boob was out, and as I was reaching for the door, I thought to myself, what are the odds that this might not actually be him? And just like that, I was standing in my doorway face to face with one of our maintenance guys whose expression went from smiling and cheery to extremely confused. I screamed. He kind of half yelled from confusion, and I quickly shut the door and apologized, trying to explain I thought he was my fiancé. Poor guy just yelled he was so sorry and he would be back later. Approximately 1 minute later, my fiancé arrived home. He could not stop laughing. I was laughing, but also crying. The maintenance guy came back as there was a leak in our neighbor's ceiling, and I made a point to wear a giant hoodie as to not further scar him. Turns out, not only is he our maintenance guy, but also our upstairs neighbor.